make mention of this business of biometric information, because as we have identified, yes, it is this component, as it were, that is going to serve as the distinguishing feature between this proposed national identification system and the card, and against what we have at present in terms of our voters card. Many people refer to it as, national ID, basically, and our driver's license or passports.
Okay. All right. Before I do that, I want to just, the second thing that I want us to grasp, all of us in Jamaica, is that this system is a gateway to this economy becoming a digital economy. And that is critical, because that is why this bill is really a economy growth bill. Okay? So it's going to give us an ID that is trusted, and it is a gateway to a digital economy. Now, let me answer that question that you just asked. And
and then we'll come to the gateway. I don't want to reach the gate before we have a basic understanding of
that's what
some key components.
So what will happen is that when I go to register, for my national identification number and card, I'm going to be required to give my name, address, date of birth, my birth certificate.
All right, hold on. Here the Jacqueline Stewart. Go particularly slowly in respect of what you're enumerating now. So start again and be lucidly clear in that regard.
Okay, sure. I'm sorry. I'm going too fast. Let me slow down.
Go ahead, miss.
All right. I go to enroll, and I give my name. I give my address. I give my date of birth with my birth certificate. I'm going to be required they'll take a photograph of me, and as well I'm going to be required to give my fingerprint. That is the critical thing that makes this ID so trusted. Now, what will happen is if we take only one biometric, we call it two because the photograph is a biometric, so the photograph and the fingerprint. If I go and I do not have hands, for example.
An amputee.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we will take an iris scan. If you are blind,
so that's Mrs. Lynn Stewart, let us just communicate in a manner that doesn't make certain assumptions. So an iris scan means what for those listeners who aren't seized of it?
It is scanning your eyes, and the iris is in the eye.
Exactly.
So it would be a photograph, for want of a better word.
Not dissimilar to what many of us are accustomed to by the embassy or when we land in the U.S. Very well.
Those of us who have gone to the U.S. embassy have experienced that.
Okay. Yeah, you were going on to tell us about persons who are blind.
Now, what I was explaining is that in the bill, you will see a lot of other biometrics listed. Those are listed because if we can't take your fingerprint for whatever reason,
if
we can't take your iris,
then it triggers some other approach.
Right.
So in the first instance, and ordinarily, it would be our photograph, and then in terms of that other concrete biometric, it would be our fingerprint.
Absolutely.
But for those of us who may be amputees or have no fingers for one reason or another, you proceed to do an iris scan, which is a scan of the eyes. The iris is simply a component, a part of the eye, as we were taught in GSAT. Very well. If one is not able to get those two particulars, what do we proceed to?
Then we have, in the schedule of the bill, we have footprint, toe print, all sorts of other listed. But we have listed them as options. We anticipate that 95% of our people will be fingerprinted, and the other will be iris scan. Okay.
How about a palm print?
But listen,
we have palm print as well.
But is that one of the ordinary ones? Is that gonna be taken at an initial step, or it would be a palm print if it is that fingers are not available for fingerprinting?
we're taking only one biometric.
Very well.
The photograph.
Because I've seen in reports elsewhere, Jacqueline in Stuart, where a particular media house, yes, doing the public a great disservice, lump all of these things to create the impression or present in the minds of onlooking viewers that there's going to be this very intrusive situation where all of this whopping fill up data is going to be captured and taken from me. So they're going to take my iris scan, fingerprint, palm print, footprint, toe print, all kinds of print.
No. And let me make it very clear as well, because it was said as well that we were taking financial information. That is absolutely not. Never considered. Don't want.
So how would that?
Don't want a debit card.
Yeah, but no.
So let's just so Jacqueline and so let's just be clear. There's no contemplation or no request or no move to have people's banking information taken as part of this initiative.
But even before,
never even contemplated. We have never been in any meeting where it has even been raised.
Sure, but even before we go there, right? Let me just ask you, in relation to the electoral registration, what is the intersection there?
Okay, the Electoral Office of Jamaica has been in existence and has taken fingerprints for some years now.
Shalom, Yahweh Shai. First off, once a call out Yahweh Shai and double honors to our pastors of James, Grimmett Stone. Salutations to the Akim out there pushing this word with sincerity and truth. Now, as I listened to the clip a while ago, we're just gonna do an update on the NIDA system buzzing in Jamaica. This is causing a whole lot of buzz in and around Jamaica, because you have citizens overseas, that are from Jamaica, living overseas that are from Jamaica, calling in the radio stations about this, because one of the main concern about this is that it's gonna cause people to lose their job also, because, for example, in certain section of the public sector, for example, the RGD or the Taxes Administration Office, especially the RGD, a lot of people will be forced to retire like that are also close to the edge or close to the point of retiring. There's a meeting and you have people crying already. There's a whole lot of thing behind it. Because the entire RGD will be transformed into NIDs, and everybody that are at the RGD, or majority of the people that are at the RGD, will be placed on secondment. Secondment is where workers will be placed on a 6 month. Will be placed on a 6 month temporary job position, and after that, based on the performance, it will be based on the chairman to replace them. So you're gonna hear she say it's not the mark of the beast. Yes, it is the mark of the beast. It's not the mark of the beast, correction, but this is what will lead into the mark of the beast. It's a consolidation of information about every particular or specific individual. When they consolidate all information, then what they're going to do, they're just going to transfer all of that information to the chip, because this is what that direction is what the world is moving into. Chipping everybody. Over 200 people in Sweden already taking them chips. This is where the system is moving towards. So she's saying that it's not the mark of the beast. No, it's not the mark of the beast, but it's a system generate information to the support of the mark of the beast. So that's why we're going to name this video NIDS buzz in Jamaica, and the rest of it is mark of the beast initiation. That is what it is going into. Scriptures tell that it calls it all about small and great. This is in the scriptures. The mark of the beast. This is the initiation of it. Okay, so this is what ushering the mark of the beast into the society. If we make people get more sensitized and more comfortable with that. People already creating havoc or creating some form of problem already, because they say certain information they won't be given to the government. So you know that going go. when the mark of the beast chip in. You know what I mean? So hope this video was really fine. We always say Kalala Yabashi me shy double underscore pastor GMS. So I teach us to that came with the pushing the sincerity and truth. Shalom.